Problem number 6, hemisphere. Hemisphere, we need to find the hemisphere. We've done this a couple times already, but just let me remind you. A sphere formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. Since we're doing just a half of a sphere, I can multiply this by 1/2. I'll put it right in the front. The 2 and the 4 will cancel, leaving me with just, 2/3 pi r cubed. So the volume of a hemisphere is this formula. So we just need the radius, but unfortunately we're not given the radius. We're given this, the area of the great circle. So first of all, let's start with a sphere. If you have a sphere, draw a sphere here, and the equator of it is kind of like that great circle. Okay? So that's what a great circle is. Now, the interesting thing about this particular problem is we don't even care about the top of it anyway. So I could just erase the whole top of this thing and just think about the hemisphere this way. And let me go ahead and solid that up here. So here we have a hemisphere, right? The area of the great circles, which is this flat surface here, is 50. Well, the nice thing is the formula for the area of a circle, we know, pi r squared. And we know that the area is 50, so I can put a 50 in for that A. Now, I'm going to do some algebra. I'm going to solve for this r right here. Let's get rid of the pi first. Now, I know you want to plug that in your calculator, but I'm going to tell you, just wait. Let's just wait and plug that in at the end. 50 divided by pi equals r squared, right? The pi is canceled. To get rid of the square, we're going to do the square root of both sides. Ooh, you're really going to want to plug that in your calculator. Just wait. Square root of r squared is just r. This side, don't plug it in. Let's just leave it written like this. Okay, 50 divided by pi inside of a square root. This is my radius, and this is what I want to plug in to my formula right here. So I'm going to plug in volume of a hemisphere, 2/3 times pi times the radius, which is the square root of 50 over pi cubed. So on my calculator, I need to plug this in just like this. Now let me see here if I can make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Turn my calculator on. So I'm going to clear. I know it's still kind of small for you. Let's see if you can see this here. Parenthesis 2 divided by 3, close the parenthesis, times pi, times, and I do a parenthesis, and I'm going to put it in the square root. So I'm going to do second square root. I'm going to do 50 divided by pi. Now to get out of the square root, I push to the right up here with this arrow, right? Close up my parenthesis. Now I want to go to the third power, so I hit this up arrow, up, and then we go to the third power, hit enter. Now if you do all that right, you'll get 132.98. That 8 would round the 9 up, so it'd be 133.0. And I forgot the units on this thing. What were the units? Meters. Meters cubed. And so that's the answer. Just make sure you know how to use your calculator correctly when you're doing these problems, okay?